I do need to keep off the bread because at my age it gives you flatulence. Oh, what a beautiful day. Absolutely stonking day. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Jay and welcome to the channel. Hope you're well. So we have hit spring and you can tell now because the weather is really changing. Why don't you ride in winter? This is the question. Why don't you ride in winter? As you know, I ride all year round, but I was just thinking about this out of thoughts and I thought, you know what? I can probably categorize why you guys don't ride in winter. Obviously there is the guys that do ride in winter, but there's the guys that don't also. So I think there is 3 categories why you guys don't ride in winter. The first and the most important for me probably is confidence. Now you're not going to get confidence. You know, people might think, the roads are wet, I've not got enough confidence to ride my bike in this wet weather, or it's too icy, or it's too windy, there's grit all over the road. For the first point, confidence. You've got good intentions to get on the bike, you look out the window and the weather is absolutely shit, especially over the winter months. Let's talk about the winter months. If you've not got that confidence to ride your bike, for whatever reason, there's so many reasons that can affect your confidence, then the best way to overcome that is to go out on the bike. Now when I had a 125, I used to go out on the 125 all the time, all weathers, but I didn't go far. So just going around the block, getting a feel for it, getting a feel for how your bike handles, because I appreciate everybody's got different bikes, different genre bikes, some with stupid amounts of torque, some that aren't so torquey, more of a cruiser. So yeah, get out, have a ride round, stay local, 15-20 minute ride, get a feel for the bike, get a feel for how that bike is going to handle and perform. Get used to throttle. You're the master of the throttle at the end of the day, and it doesn't matter how gnarly your bike is, you're still going to have throttle control of that. And once you know how your bike operates and your throttle works and how much you can get away with without throwing the back end all over the road, that is going to massively increase your confidence. And it doesn't matter, does it, how fast you ride, how slow you ride, as long as you get out. And over time, you will definitely build up that confidence. So that's number 1, confidence. Now number 2 for me is gear. If you haven't got the right gear and you're getting cold, I'll give an example. I used to ride with somebody who wouldn't ride in temperatures less than 10 degrees. Now that is completely your choice. And I know everybody can't go out and buy or spend hundreds of pounds on gear. As long as you've got the right protection, then your gear underneath is just going to be your layers. Putting on different layers, or many layers, many thin layers, just to create that air pocket in between so it keeps you a bit warmer. You can get them for your legs, you can get them for your top, your torso. You can even put glove liners in. But again, if you want to ride in winter, but that's one of the reasons why you don't, just get some gear. I've got the heated gear, as you know, and it is a massive game changer. It really is. So number 3 for me is preservation of your bike. Look at all this crap on the road. I don't know if you can see it. There's salt all over the road still now because we've had a bit of frost. But it's preservation of your bike, and you think, well, I don't want to take my bike, but what have you bought your bike for? You bought your bike to enjoy it, unless you're commuting on it. And if you're commuting on it, it's obviously a completely different story, and this video won't even apply to you guys. This is more for your general jumping on the bike for a blast round. Before you go into the winter months, just make sure that you give it some kind of protection. You don't have to pay stupid money. If you've got the money to super shield your bike, or whatever companies are out there, it does seem a little bit of a rip-off. You can buy the products anyway as well. Autobrite do a lot of products that you can buy, ceramic coating, things like that. It just needs you to take a bit of time, make sure everywhere's clean and detail it properly, and then you can put your ceramic coating on. So yeah, just make sure that obviously you give it some kind of coating. And then when you get back after each ride, just make sure you get all that salt off your bike, give it a hose down, give it a clean down. I know it's a bit of a chore. So they're the three things that I believe that why you won't ride. What are you playing about at? But if they come into your category and they're the things that you think about why you don't ride in winter, it's something that you can do something about. That's the beauty of it. You can actually do something about it. But yeah, so confidence, jump on your bike. You're not going to get that confidence unless you jump on your bike. Initially it's going to be scary, it's going to be a bit sketchy, but if you don't do it, you're never going to build that confidence. You can't get confidence off a video on YouTube, out of a book, or listening to fellow riders. You cannot get that confidence. You have to experience it for yourself. It's one of those inner emotions that sits down there with anxiety and things like that. But once you go out and do it, honestly, take my word for it, it's not that bad. Like I say, unless you're commuting and you have to do it anyway, it's not going to be an issue because you're going to be prepared for that, for the winter, and you've got no choice. If you've not got a car and you've got to commute to work on a bike, then you've got no choice, have you? I just don't and never believe in bike season. I really don't. And your autumn as well. Autumn, I love autumn riding. Leaves are a bit sketchy, but again, you just adjust your riding to whatever the conditions are, don't you? Yeah, so you're just starting to see a few bikes out now, which is good. Let's go up here. I've not been up here for a while. See, I've got my heated gear on today, but they're not turned on. It's doesn't feel that cold at all. It's 7 degrees. But sometimes you get a really cold wind blast, don't you? So yeah, looking forward to the Picos. I keep mentioning it on every video. I cannot wait for that. Cannot wait. I mentioned as well about my passport on my last vlog, just talking about you need 3 months before you leave an EU country left on your passport. I don't know what happens if you've not got that, but whether they will check the validity of that when you go through customs, I'm not sure. But I didn't want to take that gamble, so I think I'm 4 days out, but I've got to do it anyway, to be fair. I need to sort my passport out. And I'll tell you what's really good as well, you can do it all online now. Doesn't she look beautiful? I absolutely love this bike. Right, I'm going to get a Sane. You're not having any? Go back the Seameet route now. There we go. All plugged in. All nice and toasty. Fat and fed. Although I do need to keep off the bread, because at my age it gives you flatulence. Right, let's go. I damaged the pin lock on this, so I keep steaming up, so I keep having to open them vents. I don't want to open the visor itself because I don't want more wind noise coming through that's necessary. I love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, it just seems like a lot of bikers just go into hibernation over the winter. It's like, what's up with here? It makes me laugh. And then all of a sudden you just see like every corner there's a biker. It's just brilliant though. I love it. I love the whole camaraderie thing, the whole meeting people. It's just brilliant. Absolutely is. Bloody hell, look at this bloody lunatic. It's alright, don't worry about me. These fields, they're just like proper waterlogged, aren't they? They're just like, can't be good for their feet. Just to recap on this video, why won't you ride your bike in winter? And the 3 reasons why I think people don't. Confidence, the correct gear for the season, and preservation of your motorcycle. These are the 3 things. And like I said earlier, if you slip into these categories and that's you, ask yourself, is it one of those reasons? And if it is, all 3 of those reasons you can do something about. And if it's all 3, you can do something about. Yeah, it might take a bit more time to get ready, it might take a bit more time to clean your bike, it might take a few times out on the bike locally just to get used to the roads and things like that, but it is all doable. It definitely is all doable, and it's worth it. I hope you've took something away from this. Any questions? Comments below. And if it's not for you, just simply swipe left. But yeah, if you like the content and you want to support the channel, please consider that subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you on the next one. But remember guys, it doesn't matter who you are, what you ride, or where you're from. You got it. Because every day is an adventure. Crazy out.